to Mount Vernon Rams baseball on WMIX and WMIXsports.com, where you can listen from any device. Rams baseball from WMIX Sports is powered by the official voice of Rams Athletics, Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Rams baseball is also sponsored in part by the Medicine Shop of Mount Vernon, Ford Square and King City Chrysler. You can count on us. Red Lake College. Save thousands on your college education. Log on to rlc.edu. State Farm Insurance Agent Tony Wilt. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Second Chance Auto on Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Good Samaritan Regional Health Center. Raising a Hospital. Raising the Bar. Winning Edge. Schmidt Ford of Salem. And also by the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois. Landers Collision Centers of Mount Vernon and Salem. Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon. All Stars and Stitches. Central Christian Church. And People's National Bank.
Play ball!
It's time to join Chris Hugo and Danny Czerwinski for Mount Vernon Rams baseball from the Ford Square WMIX Sports Mobile Studios. The Landers Collision Center's pregame show starts now.
And good afternoon from Brennan Klein Memorial Field. The Mount Vernon Rams will open their South 7 Conference season today against the Marion Wildcats. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside Quentin Lloyd is back at our Mount Vernon studio for your Landers Collision Center's pregame show. It's the 4-2 Wildcats, the 5-5-1 Mount Vernon Rams. And, of course, you hear that 5-5-1 mark. The Rams have got 11 games in already this season. Getting number 12 in today thanks to some hard work and dedication. The field actually looks great. Won a few games in Southern Illinois today.
Not very many south of the Jefferson County line. A lot of rain, some hail. We talked to Marion coach Marty Banfredo before the game, and he was mentioning they had hail in Marion when they were getting on the bus. Couldn't believe that they were going to play here in Mount Vernon, and a lot of work out here today on this one to get this field ready and kind of ready to go. And I think both teams are happy on a day like today with 60-degree temps. Wind blowing a little much, but other than that, a very good day to get a baseball game in.
Beautiful sunny skies with a nice stiff wind blowing in thanks to the interstate. Should be a great day for high school baseball. This is your Landers Collision Center's pregame show. Big or small, Landers 6 to the ball. Call 1-888-Landers. That's 1-888-Landers. We need to take a break. When we come back, we'll talk more about this nice South 7 Conference rivalry between the Mount Vernon Rams and the Marion Wildcats. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Now is a great time to move your account to Community First Bank. With our new One account offering the highest interest rate in the market, free checking, and CD specials delivered by people you know and trust, why would you not bank with the market leader in Jefferson County? We offer 5 locations with 7 ATMs and have been serving the Jefferson County market since 1906. Stop in and see why our bank is the fastest growing bank in Jefferson County. Community First Bank. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC.
Feed me, Seymour. Red Lake College's production of the cult classic Little Shop of Horrors is coming Thursday through Sunday, April the 3rd through the 6th, to the Red Lake College Theater in Ina. This musical is a spoof of the 1960 film about a Skid Row floral assistant who discovers a carnivorous plant. As the meat-eating plant grows, so do the problems. Thursday through Saturday performances are at 7 p.m., and a Sunday matinee is at 2 p.m. Tickets are only $12. Call the Red Lake College box office at 437-5321, extension 1467.
Whether it's Mother Nature's inability to decide on a season, a weekend that got a little out of hand, or just life, there's always something looking to damage your vehicle. This is Chase Landers from Landers Collision Centers. Maybe winter weather turned your full-size sedan into a compact, or a little hail has your truck looking like Swiss cheese. Perhaps a deer decided to go for a ride on your hood, or maybe your truck is missing its hitch and bumper after pulling your little brother out of the ditch last weekend. Did a bad breakup leave a little graffiti on your SUV? We hope not, but we've seen it all, and we certainly don't judge. Whatever mess life has created for your vehicle, we'll clean it up. As a direct repair facility for many insurance companies, we take care of just about everything, even getting you into a temporary vehicle while we restore yours. That's the Landers difference. Top to bottom, big or small, Landers fixes them all. Come see us in Mount Vernon and Salem and ask us about free detailing for the life of your vehicle. Or call 1-888-LANDERS. That's 1-888-LANDERS.
WMIX Sports is your home for the Mount Vernon Rams, powered by Community First Bank.
Hey, we'll welcome you back to Brennan Klein Memorial Field, WMIX, WMIXsports.com, the Mount Vernon Rams and the Marion Wildcats. The Rams opening up their South 7 Conference play today with the Wildcats. Last Thursday's game, of course, was rained out with outs off. It'll be made up on the 15th. So there we go. The Rams should get a good one in here today. The field looks immaculate, of course, thanks to the dedication of this coaching staff plus the volunteers to help get it done. But all in all, I think Marion, of course, you said earlier in the Landers Collision Center's pregame, was kind of shocked to be able to get this one in. And I think anybody looking at the cancellations around Southern Illinois, looking at the radar down south, was going to be surprised. But thankfully, even after the rains yesterday, still got this one in.
There were some showers today as well in Jefferson County, brief spits. I mean, it's not exactly, I would say, dry and dusty. It's tacky, but it is playable. And I think for this game to get in, a lot of hard work had to go into, because when you look around Southern Illinois today, especially south of the Jefferson County line, as I said, you're not going to find a lot of games going on, let alone track meets or tennis matches. I mean, there's been enough rain south of Mount Vernon to keep things from going on, and Marion was curious as to why they were coming up until they got up here and the sun was out.
Well, it's been one of those days weather-wise, and very thankful to get this one in. Of course, girls softball was rained out today. They will make that one up on Tuesday the 29th. We'll see what happens. As long as there's no other rainouts, we hope to have that for you here on WMIX and WMIXsports.com come late April. We'll meet the Marion Wildcats here momentarily, presented by the Page Agency. Log on to pageinsurance.net or call for help. Go to 242-7000. That'll be coming your way in just a matter of moments. We take a look. The Rams got a big win over DuQuoin on Friday coming into this game and got back to 500 for a second time this year at 5-5-1, or a third time this year, I should say. But for the Rams to really get over that hump, you kind of feel like they really need a win here today and a win tomorrow. And you'd love a win on Thursday as well, but you feel like they need to get at least 2 or 3 this week.
I think you need to get all 3. I think it's a case where the likelihood of the West Frankfort game coming out tomorrow being here, because West Frankfort has the all-dirt infield, that there's a chance that game could get up here. You could have 3 home games this week. And I think morale-wise, you would like for Mount Vernon to beat another couple of schools in Marion and Carbondale this week as far as being 3A. I think that would help morale-wise as well.
Of course, and I had already forgotten about the game at Belleville East on Friday, so that's going to be a tough one against a good 4A opponent. So if you can get, you don't want 2 of 4, if you can get 3 of 4, 4 of 4 this week, it'd be a tough task. It certainly would set things back on the right track going into another tough week next week.
No, it wouldn't. Belleville East, great facility to go play in the shadows of their football field. Nice place to play, good program, well run, another good place to go play. And, again, Marion is looking up this year. Carbondale's coming in ready to go Thursday. Tough situation there in those 2 games, but at least they're at home. And then, of course, Frankfort tomorrow is supposed to be on the road down at the park. But with the rain that Franklin County received last night today, kind of wondering if that game will go on, because they had a game there today that was canceled. So we're kind of thinking, and maybe Mount Vernon will be at home again tomorrow, but nothing official, but that's what we're kind of leaning to.
Well, and anything could happen. Of course, that game has been shifted before when Frankfort scheduled the host due to various things. One time their field was tore up, of course, as they're making some adjustments to it. Another time was due to the wetness. So we'll see what happens. We'll keep you updated. Give us a follow on Twitter at WMIX Sports. Find us on Facebook as well, facebook.com/WMIX Sports. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside Quentin Lloyd back in our Mount Vernon studio. Here for your Landers Collision Center's pregame. Landers, big or small, Landers fixes them all. Call 1-888-LANDERS. That's 1-888. Landers. Of course, we need to meet the Marion Wildcat batting order presented by the Page Agency.
Colton Carter, shortstop. Corbin McCreakin will be at second base. Chandler Ream is the pitcher. Zeb Goodman at first base. Bryson Whitehead at center field. Brandon Osborne in left. Sean Burgess is a designated hitter. Justin Shadowins at third base. And Lane Alexander in right field for Marty Manfredo's Marion Wildcats.
And there you go. Marion lineup presented by the Page Agency on Crownview and Mount Vernon. Log on to pageinsurance.net or call for a help quote at 242-7000. We're going to get underway just a bit early today. Of course, nobody will have an issue with that, I don't believe. Under sunny skies, temperature hovering around the 60-degree mark. Winds gusting, of course, thanks to a little help from the interstate. But those winds and this sun certainly help get that field in order today, along with a lot of elbow grease from a whole lot of people to help make this one happen. It'll be Tyler Morgan on the bump for the Rams, putting that 2-1 mark on the line. Had a bit of a rough way to go against Montini on Wednesday, but in 2 performances prior, looks pretty good, and hoping that this conference game he'll look even better today.
Let's get the nod here at home, giving him the ability to get a conference game in here on the home bump or home mound. Get ready to go.
Ready to go indeed. Of course, we found out that Cinco de Mayo for the Rams will be celebrated at SIU. We'll tell you more about that as the first pitch comes, as we found back. And it'll be 0-1. The Colt Carter leading things off, followed by Corbin McCreakin and Chandler Ream in this top half of the first inning.
Tell you what, the SIU baseball facility is pretty handy.
Yes, it is. The 0-1 pitch going to come inside, catches the inside corner, 0-2 the count to Carter. Here in the top half of the first, presented by Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Ask about the one account. It's free checking and high-yield interest. There's 0-2 count going to come. Bender inside. Just misses off the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Carter, with McCreakin looking on in the on-deck circle. And, of course, Itchy Jones Stadium, of course, the name of the new facility, and what a beautiful place it is from looking at pictures. It's off the plate again inside, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Great press box. Right across this little aisle, little tunnel, and you go, hallway-like deal to the concession stand.
2-2. It's going to be a ground ball to the third baseman. Hayes off the hot, plays it nicely off the infield grass, fires over to first, and 5-3 is the first out of the ballgame.
Good start on a tough cup of hopper. Made that play look easy at third base.
Of course, the Rams will get back-to-back days of nice facilities as they'll play at Busch Stadium on Sunday the 4th. That'll be a 4 o'clock start against Clinton.
Not a bad gig.
Not at all. As the first pitch will be a fastball outside half for Corbin McCreakin. 0-1 with the pitcher Chandler Ream on deck. 1 out, nobody on the scoreless top half of the first inning. Glad you could join us today on WMIX Mount Vernon, a free service from Withers Broadcasting. As the 0-1 will be held up at Mrs. Lowe. 1 ball, 1 strike here in the even count.
Marion has a McCreakin. Centralia has a McCreakin this year.
That they do. 1 ball, 1 strike. I know at least half of them follow us on Twitter. You should, too, at WMIX Sports. That scoots Lowe away for a 2-1 count.
Wind blowing left to right today, left foul pole to right center. That ball's going to go about 20, 30 feet on the move.
2, opposite way, foul ball, first base line. Count stays, or it comes 2-2, I should say.
Listeners familiar with Brennan Klein, Tim Holly was hitting at the left side of the monument in center field. It was blowing toward the last name of Klein by the time the center field had caught it, if you can tell how far the ball's moving.
2-2 count. Here comes fastball right down the middle, and that'll be a call. Third strike on McCreakin. 2 early outs here in the top of the scoreless first inning. Of course, defensively for the Rams, Zach Brookman out in left. It's Blake Jones in center field with Zach Giants in right. Derek Hayes, Ryan Campbell, Reed Millwood. Jake Pike third to first. Thomas Weber's behind the plate catching the 2-1. Tyler Morgan looking for another auspicious start. See what he does against his counterpart at pitcher Chandler Ream, who stands in and takes a fastball low and away for ball 1. Rams and Wildcats are seeing quite the battles from these two teams on the diamond in this millennium. As the 1-0 comes, it's going to be a high fastball for a strike. Actually looks like he might have taken something off of that.
I like this big zone early. Get the high school kids to swing the bat. Don't let them stand up there and take pitches. 2 outs, nobody on top of the first. 1 on, or 0-1, I should say, or 1-1 to count. I'll get it right eventually. As this off-speed pitch will be lifted into right field. Giants is going to have to backtrack, charged on it, and that somehow blew over the right field wall for a homer. Yep, just like that, the wind has made its aim here early on. It's 1-0 Wildcats. Swung late, which meant he was going to drive it to right field. And I'm telling you what, it got over there. Giants actually made a step to his right. Then all of a sudden, you could see him. He swung around completely around 360. And by the time the ball landed, it was out. And that's what I said. That ball's going to ball between 10 to 20 yards from left to right, or we look at it from right to left for the outfielders today, especially in center and right field. Well, it's now a 1-0 ball game on the home run by Chandler Ream, and that was one that got lifted and went into the jet stream and blew out of here. Wow. Quite the ferocious win, and 1-0 has the Wildcats on top. This will be a line drive. Good stab there by Reed Millwood. He'll fire him to first, and that'll end things in the top half of this first inning. But it's 1-0 Wildcats on the Ream home run. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
The Chevrolet Open House event is going on now at Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon. The price you see is the price you pay. Save big on the full lineup of Chevrolet cars, trucks, SUVs, and crossovers. Save over $7,000 on the North American Truck of the Year, the Silverado. Get low lease payments on the all-new Chevy Impala, a Consumer Reports pick. But hurry, this is for a limited time only. Come to Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon, 3423 Broadway in Mount Vernon.
Complete. That's the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois with a full sports medicine clinic, state-of-the-art MRI, a spine care team that focuses on pain management, arthroscopy specialists offering total joint replacement, hand surgery, and complete rehabilitation services. Doctors Chow, Houle, Ahn, Kowalski, Freehill, and Smith stand ready to serve you today with offices in Mount Vernon and Centralia and satellite offices in Benton and Nashville. Find out more online at orthocenter-si.com. Back to Mount Vernon Rams baseball, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland.
Community First Bank of the Heartland with 5 Jefferson County branches and responsive quality service for all of your accounts. Log on to CountFirstBank.net to learn more and read more about the one account featuring free checking and high-yield interest. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside. We head to the home half of the first. Rams trailing 1-0. Speaking of which, we need to meet them out for the batting order.
Ryan Campbell, the shortstop. Reed Millwood, second base. Thomas Weber, the catcher. Jake Pike at first. Tyler Morgan, the pitcher. Derek Hayes, third base. Blake Jones in center field. Braden Smith, the designated hitter for Giants in right. And Zach Brookman in left for Tim Holloway's Mount Vernon Rams.
Will work against the right-handed pitcher, Chandler Ream. And, of course, Ream has been message deliverer, home run hitter. And we'll see how he does as a pitcher today against this Ram offense. Wind blowing out. Of course, Ream got a 2-out home run over the right field fence, and it was just one that kept going and going. Wind got a hold of it as it blows from left to right across this beautiful field. And now Ryan Campbell will lead things off in the bottom half of this first inning with his Rams trailing 1-0. The right-hander Ream will get sent out of the windup here. Evans has his sign, sets up inside corner. Pitch on the way is going to come outside, and it'll be 1-0. That was an intriguing. Beautiful day for baseball, even with the winds. Temperature's not too bad. As the 1-0 pitch out of the windup will come, fastball swung and a miss and tailed outside, fooling Campbell. 1 ball, 1 strike. Red Lake College powers their video streaming. They're also kind enough to host us this past Wednesday. We appreciate that. Log on to rlc.edu. Today you can save thousands of dollars on your college education as the 1-1 comes. Campbell shows fun. This could be foul. Comes back to the backstop near us, and he falls behind here. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
There's Reed Millwood.
Reno Burrito follows up.
Burrito, baby.
You should, too, at WMIX Sports.
He's the first one to acknowledge this year.
Haven't had many opportunities.
No.
See what happens on the 1-2. What's Ryan Campbell going to get with Millwood on deck? Weber to follow. Here comes the 1-2 pitch in. Round going to get well outside. Catcher will come back to get this. Don't know if he follows us on Twitter, but he should. That's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
All fair question has been answered.
A few of those.
Of the yellow ball variety.
Oh, okay.
4:15.
Nice.
So that took care of all that.
2-2 the count. Here comes the pitch on the way, and this one's going to be hit the opposite way by Campbell. Wynn got a hold of it. You can see. Nice play by Lane Alexander and right for the first out of this bottom half.
He had played right. Don't think he didn't take notes on that fly ball in the top half of the inning.
He says, I can't let that happen to me. Not that Giants had any control over it.
And that's not a bad swing there by Campbell. Pretty nice little opposite field swing, driving the ball to right field. There's Mr. Rito.
Reed Millwood stands in, 1 out, nobody on. Bottom half of the first. Rams trailing 1-0 on the Ream home run. Ream will fire a fastball inside corner, 3-0 and 1 to Millwood.
Yeah.
Oh, that's official now.
Well, yeah, that's official. Mount Vernon softball, Harrisburg tomorrow.
Nice.
4:15.
Huh. 0-1 coming.
Yeah.
Sometimes we do.
People have to wonder sometimes how games get set up. It's amazing how this works.
We've been known to have a hand in a few things once in a while. I feel like we helped that one. Unbeknownst that we had both tried to work on it.
No, I didn't have a clue. I just got a text. I said, here's this. 1
ball, 1 strike. Here it comes. This one's going to be a slow ground ball, slow roller to the pitcher. Ream off the mound, fires over to first base. And that will be your second out.
A little slick back there behind the bag at first. Runners will have to be careful.
Community First Bank of the Heartland is home of your one account. It's free checking and high-yield interest. One means more at Community First Bank and their 5 Jefferson County locations, Balford and Dix, Woodlawn, and Ina. Weber, empty bases, 2 outs. A 1-0 ball game as the Rams trail here in the bottom half of the first. Ream sent out of the windup with 2 outs and empty bases. We sat. A curveball is going to miss high. It'll be 1 ball, no strikes to Weber. Weber had a big day at the plate along with Jake Pike at DuPoint. Weber, of course, had a home run in the 4th inning in Perry County. hoping to have an answer for the Ream homer here in the bottom half of the first. 1-0 pitch is going to come. Winds pick up, and that's well inside. It's going to be off of the hip, and Weber will take a spot on first base for Jake Pike.
Thomas Weber's fan club back there behind us. Very excited about him getting on base.
Heard shots at 2-5 during the warm-ups. That, of course, would be Tommy Webb's jersey number.
Connor Story, the paid runner at first, courtesy runner coming in.
Winds is lessened a little bit, at least in our WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by Ford Square, 1501 Broadway in Mount Vernon. You can view all of their inventory online at FordSquare.com. 1-0 ball game. Ream out of the stretch for the first time today, and here comes his first pitch. It'll be 1-0 to Pike. This is low and inside. Morgan on deck. Rams, of course, have 2 outs and a runner on first base in this bottom half of the first inning with a 1-0 deficit on a Ream home run. It just seemed to sneak over that right field wall back in the top half of this inning. Here comes the 1-0 pitch inside. A little low, too, to boot. 2-0.
I think there's a soccer match at Marion at 5 on the turf. So, not many things down there. That just came across the wire as well. Here you have baseball, though.
Here you do. Looks great under the circumstances. They check on Story over first base. Not much doing over there. 2-0's the count on the batter, Pike. With 2 outs, and, of course, the runner aboard. Bottom half of the first. 1-0 ball game. Rams trail on a home run that was lifted into the jet stream and got out of here on a 1-1 count. 2-0 the count here on Pike. Ream set. Out of the stretch it comes. This one's going to be left high, but the fastball catches for 2-1.
Pretty sticky around first. Guys taking leads over there, having to dive back. Going to have to be careful not to lawn dart themselves in the ground, not be able to get back to the bag.
2-1 the count as Ream looks over his shoulder. And, of course, checking his Ream on the runner. Story gets back without much of an issue. 2 balls in the strike to count here with 2 outs, bottom of the first. Still a 1-0 ball game. Rams supposed to travel to West Frankfort tomorrow. We'll have that game for you regardless of the location. Not trying to assume anything or suggest anything, but using past precedent and the conditions that we know. Anything possible if they check on Connor Story again.
Connor Story's lead is big enough that he can dive back in and hit the base with his chest. So he's not getting a very big lead off over there. So there's no use throwing over there right now.
2 balls and a strike to Pike, the cleanup hitter. Weber got aboard via the plunk. Was replaced on the base pass by his personal courtesy runner, Connor Story, as the pitch misses inside to Pike. Hitters count now 3 balls and a strike in this home half of the first inning. Rams, after tomorrow, will have Carbondale at home in conference play on Thursday. Travel to Belleville East on Friday before taking a couple of days off. 3-1 is the count. Here comes the pitch on the way. Pike will send this one down to first. Not a problem for Zeb Goodman. He'll step on the bag 3 unassisted. And that ends things here through 1 inning. 1-0 Marion. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. By now you have heard about our new One Checking product. The new One Account is a high interest earning, free checking account designed for everyone. Unlike other banks that pay interest on higher balance, this account pays interest on all balances. From high schoolers to Warren Buffett, One will work for you. You can talk to one of us at 244-3000 and learn about the details. One, exclusively at Community First Bank. You will be one happy customer. Member FDIC.
This is your local State Farm agent, Tony Wilt. I want to thank Mount Vernon and the surrounding area for continuing to support us over the past 5 years. If you have never sat down with someone to go over your insurance program, let me invite you into our office. Let us show you what working with the industry leader, represented by a local agent, can do for you. I'm located just off 42nd Street. You can reach our office 24 hours a day at 242-1421 or on the web at tonywilt.com. Thanks again, and go Rams.
Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. This is Mount Vernon Rams Baseball.
And we welcome you back, WMIX, WMIXSports.com. As we head to the top of the second, for Marion, it'll be Bryson Whitehead, Brandon Osborne, and Sean Burgess, otherwise known as 5, 6, and 7 in the Wildcat lineup. Marion leads 1-0 with 1 run on 1 homer by Chandler Ream, also the pitcher. Morgan back out for another inning, and here comes the first pitch on the way. Is this going to just miss low? 1-0 to Bryson Whitehead, the center fielder. So 1-0 pitch is going to come. Quick fastball across the inside corner. Evens things up at 1-1.
Thank you, Tyler Morgan. You stay with the game plan here that you came in with. Don't be flustered by a fly ball that should have been caught. They got blown out for a home run.
Exactly. This one. Going to go the opposite way. Wind is going to push this into foul territory and out of play.
Nobody's getting to that one. Once you cut that ball, it's like in golf. If you do not hit it square on a wind like today for a right-hand golfer on a fade, if you're heading out towards center field, you will absolutely slice it over the fence on the right side. That's what happened there. That ball's going to go about 20 yards to the right field foul pole.
1-2 the count on the batter. Here comes curveball, going to be tipped foul by Whitehead. It stays a 1-2 count. Nobody on, nobody out. Leading things off in the top half of the second. 1-0 Wildcats on top. Scoreboard updates today, though sparing, will be presented by Tony Wills, your State Farm agent of Mount Vernon. Find them online at TonyWills.com or look for the white State Farm people around town. As 1-2 is high and tight, it becomes a 2-2 count to Whitehead. 2-2 the count. Here comes fastball. This is going to be sent the opposite way. Giants on the run, able to play the wind and make the grab for the first
time. See how that works? That ball's a hit any other day. And that ball got up. If you get it up about 10 feet in the air here, you're going to catch some distance. And that ball should have been a hit, but that ball was high enough. The wind took it and carried it to Giants this time for the out.
Made it look like one of those plastic practice golf balls.
This is kite flying weather.
Yeah, it is. That's the first pitch low and away to Brandon Osborne, the right-hander.
Well, they think you can throw it up here and they'll be over Dodd School in about 10 seconds.
1-0 to count, also the score. This one's going to be a liner. Off of the ground, it'll be picked up. Millwood fires over to first for the second out, and Burgess will be coming with 2 outs, nobody on the second.
Shoot top high smash, and Millwood had to look into the sun, make a scoop off the ground. He made that play look easy, and it wasn't that routine.
Left-handed bat in Burgess, the DH batting for the catcher. Evans takes it outside from the right-handed Tyler Morgan. It'll be a 1-0 count here with Justin Shadowitz on deck for the Wildcats. 4-2 came Marion into the ball game. As the 1-0 will be a liner foul. Line drive. It actually kind of died in the wind as it started taking more to the right.
Snap hooked it there. It'll die quickly when you snap hook over, turn them wrists over like that.
We'll see what happens on the 1-1. 2 out, nobody on. This one, is going to be lifted high, but the wind should take it foul. That is going to be a foul ball at the distance.
Oh, he's going to have distance because he got it up in the wind enough. It was over the fence. It was just going to go hook foul with the wind and left-hand hitter. He needed to put that one over the 365 mark and then let it blow back.
So a long, loud strike makes it 1 ball, 2 strikes for 2 outs. Nobody on the top of the second. A 1-0 ball game. Sees the Kitty Cats on top. As the pitch on the way, it's going to be in the dirt over through.
It's one of those days you said it's home plate here, and you were trying to hit the 365 sign in right center. You'd have to aim probably about 20 yards to hit right in order for it to come back.
2-2 coming. 2-2 got some help from the wind on a curveball. That'll be a backwards K. 1-2-3 go the Wildcats here in the second through 1.5. It's 1-0 Marion. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Raise your hand if you're tired of showing up for a service appointment only to sit around a waiting room. Hi, Roy Schmidt, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram dealer at King City Chrysler Center. Our express lane fast oil changes and more provide quick, convenient service with no appointment needed. Our specialists are on hand to wait on you with lanes dedicated just for your oil changes, tire rotation, brake inspections, batteries, bulbs, wiper blades, air filter replacements, and more. We will also perform complimentary vehicle inspection with every oil change. We work around your schedule, open weekdays from 7:30 until 5 and Saturdays from 8 a.m. until noon. See Express Lane Fast Oil Changes and more for all of your service needs, and we will get you back on the road quick. We're located at King City Chrysler Center at 1603 Broadway in Mount Vernon, Illinois. Just another reason you can count on us.
Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. This is Mount Vernon Rams Baseball.
Welcome back, WMIX, WMIXSports.com. We go to the bottom half of the second. 5-6-7 up for the Rams with Tyler Morgan, the pitcher. Third baseman Derek Hayes and the center fielder Blake Jones in the Ram lineup. 1 run, 1 single solitary hit in the ball game. It belongs to Marion. It belongs to our pitcher, Chandler Ream, who comes back out for another inning. Jordan Evans doing the catching. Justin Shadowins, Colton Carter, Colton McGreek, and Zeb Goodman from third to first. Brandon Osborne, Bryson Whitehead, and Lane Alexander are your outfield today for Marty Manfredo's Marion Wildcats. 4-2. Had some postseason success in 08 and 09 behind Nathan Doris, who went on to Vanderbilt, then RLC, then Southern, and now in the Cubs organization. First pitch of the inning will come. This one's going to get up in the air from Tyler Morgan. It'll blow towards right center field, more to the right fielder now as Alexander makes the grab, play on the win.
Started in center and ended up in right. Starchy flags today. Stiff. You can read see the stars and stripes. You can see the Illinois logo on the other.
With 1 out and the base is empty, that'll bring in Derek Hayes.
Right-hand pitchers with a little advantage, showing their curveballs across the zone today.
See what happens on the first pitch of this at bat. There it is. Check swing. It'll be a slow roller. First base line. Ream will pick it up off the mound. Fires over to Goodman at first, and 1-3 is your second out. 2 pitches, 2 outs. On the excuse me swing there by Hayes. And now Jones, it might be in the best interest, take a pitch or 2 here, just so you don't allow Ream to have a 2 or 3 pitch inning. 2 outs, there's nobody on. Bottom half of the second. Wildcats on top 1-0. We'll do this one again, and should be early May. Pitch comes, misses low and away to the right-handed Jones. 1 ball, no strikes. Baseball and softball season are here. But what about your corporate season? Make the call to the bullpen for Winning Edge's high-quality embroidered apparel to equip your employee team in style. Winning Edge. Downtown, Mount Vernon. 1-0 is going to be
nice. Take another one. Make this guy work a little bit if you're in Mount Vernon. You haven't seen him throwing up pitches to do anything with.
Nobody on, 2 out. No JV game today. No softball between Mount Vernon and Marion, as this one's going to be chopped foul. 2-1 to Blake Jones.
Choppy foul.
Oh, man.
Couldn't go anywhere with that one, could you?
Nope.
Yep. Like Sesame Street, sponsored by the letter.
Yep. 2 balls to strike, 2 gone. Bases empty here in the home half of the second for Blake Jones. His team trailing 1-0, as that one's going to miss high. 3 balls to a strike. Braden Smith in the on-deck circle. Wind still blowing consistently to right field. 3-1, going to miss low and away. Thought it might have caught the outside corner. Didn't see it real well myself, but it's going to be a 2-out walk issue to Jones. The Rams will take that. It'll be up to Braden Smith to keep the inning going.
Tell you what also helped getting this game in today is, even though it's not in play, is the walkways in the backstop area where they replaced the dirt with that rock. And a little bit of crushed rock, crushed brick, and that helps a lot, too.
Helps get somewhere for all that water to go.
Mm-hmm.
As the first pitch to Smith will miss low and away. Good stop by the catcher, Evans.
Back when, Ray Paulson Park in Marion, the Colt Leaguer Junior, Colt Leaguer Pony and all them, that was crushed brick infield. They never got rained out at Marion in that field. Tore up equipment and everything in pants, but yeah, it was okay.
1-0 the count here for Smith. Pitch on the way. Tried to put a little too much on it. It'll be 2-0 as that scooted outside to the right-hander. 1-0 ball game here in the bottom of the second. 1 on and 2 out. Rams trying to get something going. All the action today presented by Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking. For free checking and high-yield interest, ask for the 1 account. 1 means more. 1 would mean a whole lot here. It would mean a tie ball game. Smith will dig in. Wind's starting to pick up again with the runner, Jones. Marginal lead off at the first base back. They'll check. He'll get back barely.
Ream made that closer than what it should have been.
Ream's not too shabby.
A lot of noise today from the Rams dugout. A little more vocal than normal. Conference rival.
Right now, a 2-0 count and a 1-0 ball game as Jones with a high dive gets back to the first base back. So back-to-back checks on the Rams center fielder over at first base. Rams have yet to get a base hit, though they've had 2 runners aboard.
Tony Wilt.
I think, is that a look-alike? Or
That might be. I don't know.
I think that's
He could text us and let us know.
2-0 pitch coming. That's going to catch the inside corner. 2 balls and a strike to Smith with Brookman on deck.
No one accuse him of being out of the office if he's not.
Often imitated, but never duplicated. Even when he's out of the office, he's still working.
He may be in Augusta, though. Who knows?
Never know. Works hard. Would deserve some vacation time. 2 outs and a runner aboard in the second. A 1-0 Marion lead. Here comes the pitch. Smith got a piece of it. Ground ball to the shortstop. Colton Carter. He'll fire. And off the bag will come Goodman. To third base will go Jones on great base running by the Rams.
Yeah, Jones kept running through, did not stop or lollygag, thinking it was an easy out. And the ground ball to short to Carter, and Carter pulled the first baseman Goodman off the bag, slung it sidearm, and that's going to draw that ball away, and you can see the first baseman couldn't handle it. E6, Rams with life with 2 outs. Marty Manfredo is going to come out. There is no challenge high school level. This will be a visit to the mound.
Talk about some things here. This visit to the mound will be presented by the Medicine Shop Pharmacy, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Dr. Eric Black and staff proud to support the Rams in the local community.
We're going to talk about the forced balk. You know, I've been around this a long time, Marty says, and they just might pull this. Yeah, I'm telling you. You know, I've been that, I've seen this trick and this kind of thing, so.
Of course, Marty Manfredo helped out, or has been helping out, Shane Hawkins down there with the basketball program.
Oh, my. Battle of the minds there. Of course, Coach Krause, first base coach here on the varsity level, he is an assistant there.
So with 2 on and 2 out, we'll see with runners at the corners how the Rams decide to go about this on the base pass. Ream out of the stretch. Powers a fastball low. 1-0 to Brook.
Remember this inning started with 2 pitches, 2 outs? And Blake Jones, worked it into a walk. Been trouble since.
Of course, Smith had a nice 2-1 count before reaching on the air. Runners at the corners now with 2 outs. Brookman takes inside corner. The count will even up at 1 ball, 1 strike.
It's amazing sometimes quick outs early sometimes don't mean a quick inning.
So a nice little lead off of first base. We'll see what happens here with Braden Smith.
Yeah. Yeah. A little jumpy over there at first is Mr. Smith. He's got a nice, way too big of a lead without something going on. As soon as he moves. No? Yep.
So now, the forced balk play was in full effect there. The second will go Smith without a throw by the first baseman.
Wasn't a forced balk play because what Jones is doing at first, or Smith is doing at first, he's going to second on first movement. He is trying to get in a rundown. If it was forced balk, he would go basically on as soon as he moved.
I always thought that because of how many times he kept lynching.
Yeah. Well, he
maybe just jittery out there on the base.
Marty Manfredo just said, hold the ball, don't be stupid. Catcher's going to go out now with the runner at second. They'll have to set up their signs they're going to run through. So Marion is still okay if you get an out. They just kind of done some things here that have kind of got them off the path here.
1 ball, 1 strike with 2 outs, runners on second and third. And a good opportunity for Zach Brook with 2 outs in the bottom half of the second inning. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error for the Wildcats. With no runners stranded, here comes the pitch inside. Right, he missed a little high, 2-1.
Wheels are falling apart. And a pitcher, when they know they should already be in the dugout working in that third inning with their hitters, and they see a routine ground ball thrown away, mental psyche is messed with.
2 on, 2 out, 2-1 the count to Brookman. Here comes the pitch on the way inside. Out foul toward the third base dugout. Off the hands, maybe 2-2.
Oh, there ain't no doubt. That's funny. Brookman's looking at his bat like he broke it. No, it's not that kind of bat. It won't. But in a paid level, you would have broken your bat there.
2-2 the count, 2 outs. Ream, of course. The right-handed pitcher out of the windup. He'll wind and fire on 2-2. Here it comes. Going to be a payoff. Let's see what the wind does. Could it knock it down? Nope. Skin of the outfield grass will be caught by the second baseman, McCreakin. And the Rams strand a pair of runners here in the second. Still 1-0 Marion. This is Rams baseball from WMIX Sports.
Women's health care just got closer to home, right here in Salem. St. Mary's Good Samaritan Women's Healthcare and OBGYNs Dr. Deborah Carson, Dr. Doug Combs, Dr. Jamie Plett, Dr. Elizabeth Bayer-Nolan, and Dr. Michael Schifano are seeing patients every Tuesday at the Salem Family Health Center. That means you'll have a full range of OBGYN services close to home, including prenatal and wellness checks, incontinence treatment, and family planning options for when your family's complete. Plus, access to state-of-the-art Da Vinci robotic surgery for quicker recovery and less pain after hysterectomy. Ladies, your health is important, so why not get OBGYN care right here close to home by St. Mary's Good Samaritan Women's Healthcare? Call 1-877-456-2496 to make your appointment. That's 1-877-456-2496.
Streaming worldwide at WMIXSports.com. This is Mount Vernon Rams baseball from WMIX Sports.
8-9-1 due up here in the top of the third for the Marion Wildcats, who lead the Rams 1-0. Rams had an opportunity there with 2 on and 2 out in the bottom half of the second inning, but just couldn't get the runs across. And now the first pitch fastball will catch the low part of the zone to Justin Shadowins, and it is 0-1. Rams baseball is presented by Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Say more about them after the 0-1. Looks like it was intended to be a curveball missed high. Got away, 1-1. Out of the lineup comes Morgan. Fastball. Reach out for. Nice grab. A little Olay leap there by Jake Pike. That's your first down.
Yeah. Shut off the one-step vertical.
Barishnikov Pike.
Yeah. Ballet-type catch. Makes the play. Now he's hearing it from his buddies. What was that? As he pirouetted across the field. No, just kidding.
Swan Lake.
It was something.
That'll bring in the lefty Lane Alexander. He'll check swing, but catches the outside corner. 0-1 the count. Of course, Community First Bank has that one checking, free checking high-yield interest. Just ask for one. They'll know what you mean at Community First Bank. 1 out, 0-1 the count, but it quickly becomes 0-2 on a bender. Catches the plate to the left-handed bat, Lane Alexander, 0-2. Base is empty here with 1 out. Fouls it off over the third base dugout. That'll get over there and get nasty in that mud over there behind the dugout.
Yeah. Nobody we know going after that ball.
The 0-2 pitch coming. Chases after a pitch in the dirt. That one's going to chase away from Weber. Throws outside the bag. Pike steps on it. Gets the throw in time, and they'll throw out the runner Alexander on the strikeout.
Yeah. Nice play. Good communication between catcher and first baseman, Weber and Pike, to go outside. Runner tripped and fell at first. To no avail. We go back to the top of the orders. Lineup turns over.
This brings in Colton Carter. Ground out to third his first time up. Ooh, takes a nice pitch right across the plate. 0-1. Good pitch by Tyler Moore.
Very nice. He cannot get off of what he did by one fluke fly ball. Got to keep working.
Tries to go breaking again. Just misses up. 1 ball, 1 strike to Colton Carter. 2 outs, nobody on. Top 3. It's a 1-0 ball game. The visiting Wildcats on top. 1-1 fastball. Overthrew.
Yeah. If he hadn't have missed the spot, he probably had a strike. But he missed the spot from outside to inside. That won't work.
2-1 pitch in route, and 2-1 pitch going to be lined down the left field line. A foul ball. Be 2-2.
Inches. Brock Fulkerson, go get that. There you go. Get out of that dugout and do something.
So now the count is 2-2. 2 outs, number 2 at the plate.
Right angle, Brock Fulkerson was big with that coat on.
Yeah, he does. The wind might have been blowing it out a little bit to make things seem larger than they appear, or other way around. Whatever that mirror says. That's closer. At any rate, full count with 2 gone. Here it comes, and that one's going to miss up. It'll be a 2-out walk to Colton Carter. That'll bring in Corbin McReekin, who struck out looking this last time.
Yeah.
We're Second Chance Auto, another of your Rams booster sponsors. You can find them on Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Have your largest selection of pre-owned vehicles priced at $10,000 in one location. Bank refinancing for all, and, of course, honest deals on great vehicles. Morgan's going to check on the runner at first. Carter gets back with a head-first dive. Corbin McReekin, of course, a right-hander. Not sure if there's relation there. Always meant to ask. We're talking about Corbin McReekin. We'll see Mason McReekin in the Centralia Orphans, I believe, on April the 26th.
Next Tuesday. No, 2 weeks. Next week's a pretty clean week. Next Tuesday, Rams go to Althaus. But 2 weeks from today,
April 22nd.
At the Orphan.
Swung and missed an off-speed pitch. It's 0-2 to Corbin McReekin. Runner on first, 2 gone, top 3. It's a 1-0 ball game. The Rams trailing the Wildcats in South 7 Conference play. Here comes the 0-2. It's going to be sent into right field, of course. Was headed towards right center, but ends up in the middle. Zach Giants nonetheless. So Marion strands the runner here in the third. Still 1-0 Wildcats. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Now is a great time to move your account to Community First Bank. With our new One account offering the highest interest rate in the market, free checking, and CD specials delivered by people you know and trust, why would you not bank with the market leader in Jefferson County? We offer 5 locations with 7 ATMs and have been serving the Jefferson County market since 1906. Stop in and see why our bank is the fastest growing bank in Jefferson County. Community First Bank. Welcome back to personal banking. Member FDIC.
You need a great quality, new-to-you vehicle. There's a reason why Second Chance Auto has been helping put families into affordable, dependable vehicles for over 34 years. Honest, fair deals. Ain't nothing fancy, just great vehicles with warranties and bank rate financing for all. That's the only way Second Chance Auto will do business. They're receiving new vehicles every day, so be sure to stop by and find out how you can save thousands on the total cost of your vehicle. Helping people get in a great, dependable vehicle for over 34 years. Second Chance Auto, Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Call 244-4582.
Broadcasting live from the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by Ford Square. This is Mount Vernon Rams Baseball.
And welcome back. Bottom half of the third, WMIX, WMIXSports.com. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside Quentin Lloyd back at our Mount Vernon studio. As we will see, should be top of the order, 1, 2, 3. Ryan Campbell, Reed Millwood, Thomas Weber. Rams stranded 2 runners. They've stranded 3 on the day, but stranded 2 there in the second. Had a chance with 2 on and 2 out, runners on second and third, but just couldn't get that run across. But for Chandler Ream and this Marion defense, they did a great job up until that one error in the inning, but really been strolling along up until that point.
Yeah, pitched around that error nicely after that quick start last inning. With 30 pitches in the book, a lot of those extra pitches, he should have been out with a quick inning. Top of the order, though, for the Rams in the third.
You would hope a chance to do something, of course, with these strong winds blowing out towards right field. I've seen 1 home run today, and that's been the difference. The pitcher, Chandler Ream, works out of the windup with nobody on to start things off here in the bottom of the third, and will just miss outside for a 1-0 count for the shortstop, Ryan Campbell. WMIX, Mount Vernon, a free service from Withers Broadcasting. We eclipse the top of the 5 o'clock hour. At least here in the Central Time Zone. May not mean much to those of you listening on WMIXSports.com. As the 1-0, come back into the pitcher. Ream will walk it most of the way and then scoop over to Goodman at first for the 1-3 force on Ryan Campbell to bring in Reed Millwood with nobody on and 1 out.
Fielding his position very nicely. Good swing again by Campbell. Nothing to show for it.
That's like Carmel Cahokia was off today, right? What I saw on Twitterverse.
Yeah, they were moving out to SIU.
Oh, okay.
File there.
So many things came in with all of our notifications at WMIX Sports. If you want to give us a follow on Twitter.
SIU's at SEMO at 5 tonight, so the itch is available.
Rams will play the itch against Murfreesboro on May the 5th. That's after going to Busch Stadium on Sunday, May the 4th against Clinton. Of course, to do that, the Rams need to sell some tickets to a future game. That'll be a game against the Phillies in June. That's on June 19th, 7:15 first pitch. Tickets are just $22. The Rams need to sell 900 of those. It'll be Mount Vernon night on June 19th. Buy your tickets, contact the Mount Vernon Township High School Athletic Office. 0-1 the count. Of course, Millwood had fouled one off down the first baseline. A slow dribbler. And now takes a strike on the outside corner. Good curveball working by Ream. It's 0-2 quickly to Reed Millwood. Out of the windup for Ream. You can rely on him as the 0-2 pitch coming. Going to miss low and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
King City night at the stadium where Kings are available.
Nice.
Okay, that's my Mike Shannon story of the day.
Wow. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 gone. Here it comes Millwood. He'll reach out for it. We have down the right field line. I was going to say, I thought it should be well into foul territory by now. Count stays 1-2.
Well, foul.
Use my brick ottoman here.
Yeah.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Rams have Carbondale Thursday in South 7 Conference play this week after Marion today. They trailed the Wildcats 1-0. Of course, your Rams are South 7 Conference champions from a year ago, and the year before that, and the year before that. And the year before that. Is this going to be a wild pitch on a curveball, 2-2?
They'll have to ask. They'll tag him, and then they'll ask. No, he didn't go. No. That was a good try, though. Good sell.
Great effort as it got away on a pitch to the curveball that they thought maybe Millwood chased after. Did not appear to.
You may as well ask. What's it going to hurt?
Try as you might. See what happens. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bases empty, 1 out. Bottom of the third. Rams trailing 1-0 to Marion. Ream trying for the strikeout here. Reaches out for it. Does Millwood. Right back to the pitcher. Over to Goodman it goes. 1-3 again.
When you pull outside pitches, you hit meek ground balls. And the Rams getting to a habit here today against Mr. Ream early on.
That is the 4th comebacker to Chandler Ream. Fielding his position very well. Bases empty for Thomas Weber with 2 outs in the bottom half of this 3rd inning. He's looking to tie it. Calls time, just in the nick of time. He'll be granted time.
That Thomas called time to throw off the photographers to our left. That's what that was. He's concentrating on pictures right now.
There's the pitch.
Yeah.
2 outs for Weber. He was a wild pitch. That's ball 1.
Yeah.
It was to the outside and just got away. Jake Pike will come get it. I think he follows us on Twitter.
Yeah.
Did it one time.
Jake Pike. Nice to see you.
At Jake Pike 24, I believe. So I've not seen him wear 24 in any sport.
No.
So it may have some personal significance. We are at WMIX Sports. Give us a follow. 1-0 pitch to Weber. Outside, well off the plate into the opposing batter's box. 2-0. Can't imagine he'll see too much to hit.
No.
But one never knows. Only base hit of the day belongs to Wildcats. It was a home run over the right field fence by Chandler Ream. As with 2 outs the first. 2-0 the pitch here. Weber's going to get a piece of this. This will be in the left field. On the run will be Osborne, and he will make the grab on the run. So, 1-2-3 go the Rams here in the 3rd. We're through 3. Still 1-0 Wildcats. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Qualifications and rules apply. See institution for details.
Hi, I saw your ad for a checking account that earns interest on my money.
Oh, yes, that's our plutonium account, and it requires $50,000 to open.
What? How am I supposed to grow my money when I can't even afford to open the account?
Introducing Kasasa, free checking, where even the smallest balance earns high yields, plus refunds on ATM fees nationwide. Try Kasasa.com. Kasasa.
Kasasa is carried locally at People's National Bank or online at peoplesnationalbank.com. Member FDIC.
For 16 years, I wrote about the area's great teams. Now I'm part of a great team, the sales team, Schmidt Ford of Salem. Hi, folks, it's Mike McManus, and I'm proud to be part of the Schmidt Ford family. Whether it be a new or pre-owned vehicle, let me or any other of our professional sales consultants help you find your next car or truck. You'll be glad you did. So stop by Schmidt Ford of Salem or visit us online at schmidtfordofsalem.com.
This is Mount Vernon Rams Baseball, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland.
WMIXSports.com. To the top of the 4th we go. It'll be the meat of the order for the Wildcats. 3-4-5 due up. Chandler Reams, Zeb Goodman, and Bryson Whitehead. Community First Bank of the Heartland is the official voice of high school sports. Here on WMIX, 5 Jefferson County branches, responsive quality service for all of your accounts. Community First Bank would like to be the first to say, welcome back to personal banking. Member FDIC.
Well, if you're Mr. Morgan, you just got to keep it right where you're at. Don't get crazy with anything. 43 pitches in 3 innings. Haven't done anything wrong. Fluke home run, but it's still a home run. And got to keep it at 1-0 so your team get back home plate and go.
And we'll see with Chandler Ream again. It was a 1-1 pitch that he sent over the right field wall. Wind had a significant hand in that, but since then only one Marion base runner. We'll see what happens here in this 4th inning. First pitch fastball across the plate, 0-1.
Oops, Ream had his shot. And he's swinging hard out of that batter's box.
Darn it. May not get it again.
That pitch, I probably won't get it again.
Side of the lineup come the right-hander Morgan. Ooh. Nice breaking pitch that time. Uncle Charlie came for a visit, and it's 0-2 to Ream.
Little 12-6 drop.
So no balls and 2 strikes in the fourth. 1-0 Wildcats on top. Another curveball. Good morning, good afternoon, good night for Chandler Ream. That'll be a backwards K. Fourth of the day for Tyler Morgan.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yeah, it was.
What that was. A good helping of each.
So that'll bring in Zeb Goodman, the first baseman, grounded out to the second baseman this last time. That ended the first inning, and now we'll take a pitch just inside. It'll be 1-0. Tony, what brings you our scoreboard updates, of which haven't been many? Not a lot going on today.
No, there's not much.
1-0 coming. Fastball. Ground ball, hard hit. Oh, nice grab there by Millwood. Nice range. Pike will tag the runner after being pulled off the bag. And that'll save the air and credited as a 4-3 ground out by Goodman.
Still Wrigley Field grass hasn't been cut yet this year. Sucked that ball up. Should have been a hit. Grass slowed it down. Millwood got it. Made an off-bounds throw over Pike to catch and tag. Here at this ISHJ event. Sorry.
Oh, my.
Things you shouldn't go out and try to stir up if you don't know names.
Oh, 0-1 across the
hard to say.
corner.
The ISHA event. Where's the ISHA today?
ISHA.
Oh.
Got some fodder. 0-1 coming. Bender just misses inside. 1 ball, 1 strike to Bryson Whitehead. Of course, Tony Wilt, you can find him on 42nd and South Water Tower. He's at TonyWilt.com. That's WIELT. Is this the liner into the mid of Jake Pike? You also look for the white State Farm Jeep around town and get your better state like Pike just did. 1-2-3 go the Wildcats here in the fourth. Still 1-0 Marion. This is Mount Vernon Baseball from WMIX Sports.
How can we keep the people we love safe and secure in their own home? Let the Medicine Shop's home medical equipment team help you with all your mobility and specialty product needs. They provide mobility products like motorized scooters, wheelchairs, and home stair lifts. The Medicine Shop's expertly trained staff can also provide car and van lift installations, and they offer a full service repair facility for medical equipment, whether you purchased it from them or somewhere else. Here's pharmacist and pharmacy owner Eric Black.
We service a 60-mile radius area, so a pretty wide area. We service orders from several area hospitals, and we have the staff in place that really sets us apart. We have 3 respiratory therapists and 2 seating specialists to help with seating on wheelchair and power chair needs. And we just feel that we have the staff and the warehousing and the facilities in place to really set us apart from any of our competitors in the area.
The Medicine Shop Pharmacy, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon.
Broadcasting live from the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios. Driven by King City Chrysler. This is Mount Vernon Rams Baseball.
Welcome back to Brennan Klein Memorial Field as we head to the bottom half of inning number 4. 4, 5, and 6 due up in the Ram lineup. Jake Pike, Tyler Morgan, and Derek Hayes. Rams still seeking their first base hit of the day, and no better times than present if you're Jake Pike.
One scoreboard update. Congratulations to Shikari Hawkins of Mount Vernon High School. Officially inked his LOI today to Rend Lake.
Nice.
Yeah.
He'll play for Randy House next year in the Warriors. As Pike will hit a ground ball, will sneak up the middle. Nope, there's a McReekin in the way. Fires over to first base. And 4-3 will be your first down.
A lot of first pitch swinging here by Mount Vernon. I want to go over and tell him West Frankfurt's not a flight. You know, you have the first pitch swing to get on the getaway day here.
No doubt.
Yeah,
of course, should you be wanting to go to West Frankfurt tomorrow to watch the Rams, we are just happen to be in the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by King City Chrysler. Find their inventory online at KingCityChryslerCenter.com, where you can schedule your service appointment. Soft liner off of the bat of the pitcher Morgan into the glove of Colton Carter. So 6 unassisted goes the play, and second out goes on the board. 2 pitches, 2 outs again for the Rams.
They must have the 6 o'clock dinner reservation tonight. Quick swinging.
They've got something.
Yeah, no doubt.
2 outs, bases empty here in the fourth. 1-0 ball game, and this is going to be softly hit by the Marion bus. Get it? Bounced up and got it.
Got to pay attention, young man, when you're walking around the ballpark.
He's wearing Campbell. The ball couldn't see him.
Well, he couldn't see the ball either. Have to pay attention when you're walking around the ballpark to go to see Juan.
0-1, Derek.
Go over to visit Juan. That's
may need an education. Of course, he could save thousands on his college education at Rend Lake College. Log on to rlc.edu and apply online while you're there. 0-1 to Hayes outside low. He moves the count at 1 ball, 1 strike.
Little icy
Woke up the bus driver.
Huh?
Woke up the bus driver.
Yeah, he was out.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he was taking a cat nap.
Can't blame him.
Well, he's sitting in the driver's window facing the sun, kind of working like a microwave in there on him. A little warm.
1 ball, 1 strike. Here it comes. Hayes. It's going to be a ground ball. Second baseman, McCreakin, no problems. Fires over to first. And book in 4-3s. Retire the side. 1-2-3 go the Rams. We are through 4. Still 1-0 Wildcats. This is Rams baseball from WMIX Sports.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. By now you have heard about our new One Checking product. The new One Account is a high interest earning, free checking account designed for everyone. Unlike other banks that pay interest on higher balance, this account pays interest on all balances. From high schoolers to Warren Buffett, One will work for you. You can talk to one of us at 244-3000 and learn about the details. One, exclusively at Community First Bank. You will be one happy customer. Member FDIC.
It's time for every golfer's favorite holiday. Super Demo Day returns to the Ridley College Golf Outlet Saturday, April 5th from 10 till 4. Free range balls, free fittings, and free expert advice from industry professionals. 12 of the hottest brands will be showcased, including TaylorMade, Callaway, and Ping. Hit some balls with a new 2014 driver, like the new Callaway Big Bertha, or get fitted for the new Ping I-25 irons. Real golfers can't miss this event. It's Super Demo Day, Saturday, April 5th at the Ridley College Golf Outlet, just off the interstates in Mount Vernon.
WMIX Sports is your home for the Mount Vernon Rams, powered by Community First Bank.
And we welcome you back, WMIX, WMIXsports.com. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside Quentin Lloyd back at our Mount Vernon studio. As for the Wildcats here in the 5th, it'll be Brandon Osborne to lead things off. To follow him, it'll be 7 and 8 in the Marion lineup, as he will take the first pitch of the inning. Misses low for a ball. Pops one up, foul territory. Pike will give chase over to the fence. Looks like he's going to try to hop over and make the grab. A little Tanaka-like.
Well, something.
It's the 25th anniversary of the first Major League. Knock, of course, in the second, and then the third that we don't count.
Right.
Could if you wanted to, but I won't. 1-1 coming. Curveball inside, 1-2 now to Brandon Osborne, the left fielder. Take care of that.
Getting rid of it? I figured you would. That's a mulligan on that one.
No, I'm not real happy. 1-2 coming. Curveball. Swung and a miss as it tails low and away, and that is strikeout number 5 on the afternoon.
I got pretty well figured out. These two teams swinging early in the count. They got to go home and study. Fourth quarter, they know it's going to get warm, tougher to study.
Really, fourth quarter already?
Yeah, huh.
Wow, you're looking forward to that. Not a bad way. I look forward to my vacation, too, as it comes inside low. 1-0 here to the left-handed Burgess. He struck out looking his last time up.
All about the Common Core vacation.
Honors. There.
I just showed you a problem.
Well, I saw some on Facebook. Check swing inside corner, count evens at 1. I don't understand it.
I'm telling you right now, two-digit number times a two-digit number, the Common Core way, I would flunk.
It takes like 5 hours per Providence. Yep. This could be foul, maybe.
Let's come back to you guys. It's going to come back.
It's on the run is the shortstop, Brian Campbell. Who else to make the grab?
Yeah, how tough a play that is when you're running from shortstop and you're facing dead west into the sun here at Brennan Klein, and you got to look up and you're running over there and you're running fast and your feet are starting to bounce, which means you're starting to have to see a couple of baseballs up there. That's a heck of a play by Campbell to make that catch. A lot of guys feel flat-footed over there by that point, run down that slope, and they start bouncing, and they can't figure out which ball to grab.
No kidding. As this will bring in Justin Shadowins. Popped up to first his last time. I really need to go a little bit longer just because of what I'm working on. 0-1, swung and a miss, nothing in 2 quickly.
Uh-oh. Need me to delay it, or what do you want me to do?
I'm just making it tougher on the person back in the station.
Oh, he can handle it.
0-2 coming. Swung on a miss.
That's pretty good.
It'll be dropped by the catcher, but thrown on to first. So, just get out of this, and we will head to the bottom half of the 5th. 1-0 Marion on top. This is Rams baseball from WMIX Sports.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Now is a great time to move your account to Community First Bank. With our new One account offering the highest interest rate in the market, free checking, and CD specials delivered by people you know and trust, why would you not bank with the market leader in Jefferson County? We offer 5 locations with 7 ATMs and have been serving the Jefferson County market since 1906. Stop in and see why our bank is the fastest growing bank in Jefferson County. Community First Bank. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC.
You need a great quality new-to-you vehicle. There's a reason why Second Chance Auto has been helping put families into affordable, dependable vehicles for over 34 years. Honest, fair deals. Ain't nothing fancy, just great vehicles with warranties and bank rate financing for all. That's the only way Second Chance Auto will do business. They're receiving new vehicles every day. So be sure to stop by and find out how you can save thousands on the total cost of your vehicle. Helping people get on a great, dependable vehicle for over 34 years. Second Chance Auto, Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Call 244-4582.
WMIX Sports is your home for the Mount Vernon Rams, powered by Community First Bank.
And we welcome you back, WMIX, WMIXsports.com, as we head to the bottom half of the 5th inning. 2 up for the Mount Vernon Rams will be bottom of the order with Blake Jones, Braden Smith, and Zach Brookman. We'll see what happens here against Chandler Ream, who has been tough to figure out, but you're not going to figure somebody out chasing after so many first pitches. So we'll see if Ream can continue with his plan. Been basically the only thing going all game as the first pitch will miss high to Jones, 1-0. Hit a home run in the first. That's pitched pretty effectively.
Yeah, it's been a one-man gang today beating Mount Vernon. Home run, pitching well, game on.
See what they get out of the 1-0 pitch to Jones. He's had a good eye today. He's working that bat. Slow roller, third base line. The pitcher Ream gets up to him. Able to make a strong throw down the first to get Jones.
A swinging bunt that time. And he made a heck of a play to hop off that mound, use that arm of his to outrun Jones for the 1-3 put-up. And the Mount Vernon Rams dugout was a little loud up until that point. Now you got shaking their heads going, what are we going to do to have to get ahead today?
Smith reached on an error as last time. A few Ram base runners today. Swings to the first pitch and misses, 0-1. Second Chance Auto Mount Vernon has a vehicle to meet your needs and your budget. There's a reason Second Chance has been around for 34 years. Find out why. Visit them at Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Continued proud supporters of the Mount Vernon Rams. As the 0-1 curveball way down and miss. 0-2 to Smith with Brookman in the on-deck circle for the Rams here. 1 out, nobody on. Bottom 5. A 1-0 Marion lead. Marion got their run to the top of the first and has been cruising ever since. Just a few hiccups along the way. 0-2 pitch. Curveball outside. Just misses.
So many things south of Jefferson County line that are canceled today. The Jeff Franklin County line. Wow. Or Frank Jeff, as I've been referring to.
Sure.
By habit.
Definitely. 1-2 coming. This is going to be a ground ball. Off the mound will come Ream. He'll fire over to first. Tapping the bag is Goodman, and that's back-to-back 1-3 putouts. That's the 6th of the day.
That's amazing. That's called beating the ball in the ground. The old rawhide getting a little grass stain, dirt stain on it. Bottom half of the 5th. 1-0 Rams trailing. It'll be up to Brookman to keep the inning alive here with 2 outs and nobody on. And the Ram half of this 5th inning. Presented by Community First Bank of the Heartland. 5, Jefferson County Ranch is by far the market leader. Now for the Dix, Woodlawn and Ina. Brookman shows bunt to try to make something happen. Bowls back, and it misses high. 1 ball, no strikes. Ream definitely is in his element right now. Definitely is able to move that baseball around that zone, and he's got the Rams hitters off balance. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Swings and misses. It looked more like a high changeup, but yep, up off. Yep, had a little less velocity and spin on it. The 1-1, the even count. Nobody on, 2 outs here in the 5th. 1-0. That is the Ram disadvantage at this juncture. As out of the windup comes Ream. Joint butt. Brookman pulls back. 2-1. Fade level. Next one being a helmet. Little button. Try to break one up. Kind of the elephant in the room is the Rams still seeking their first hit of the game. Big elephant. Mammoth-like. Woolly. 2 balls and a strike. Here comes. Outside. It's 3-1 to Brookman. He's pitched very well. There's no doubt about it. Pitched around with error in the 2nd inning. That was the most impressive when he pitched around the 2-out error. 3 balls and 1 strike. Bottom half of the 5th inning. 2 outs. Bases empty. Brookman takes outside.
corner, and it'll be a full count.
Full boat. Rams will have this shot and 6 more.
Community First Bank of the Heartland is home of the one checking account. It's free checking with high-yield interest. One means more, Community First Bank. One pitch could be the difference here in the 5th. Full count offering comes. Swung and a slow roller back to the pitcher. Steps off the mound. Ream fires over to first. And all Chandler Ream here in the 5th, at least playing catch with his first baseman, Zeb Goodman. We are through 5. Still 1-0 Marion. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Hi, Roy Schmidt, Ford Lincoln dealer at Ford Square, Mount Vernon. Construction, heavy hauling, emergency vehicles, agriculture, forestry, utility services. Within these and countless other essential industries, the guys and gals who do the toughest work count on one heavy-duty truck more than any other, the Ford F-Series Super Duty. Day in and day out, built Ford tough. Diesel and gas powertrains enable F-Series Super Duties to pump out plenty of horsepower and torque, along with great fuel economy. At Ford Square, we have cashback incentives up to $5,500 on F Super Duties and a great selection right now. Come see one of our sales associates at Ford Square, 1501 Broadway in Mount Vernon, Illinois, where the best never rest. And you can also view all of our inventory, new and pre-owned, at fordsquare.com.
Find us on Facebook. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Welcome back, WMIX, WMIXSports.com. Alexander, Carter, McReekin do up in the Marion lineup as we head to the top half of the 6th inning. 1-0 Marion, a home run by Ream, the pitcher. Back in the top of this first inning, top of the first inning, I should say, has been the difference in the game. Morgan trying to fires a fastball past Alexander. Looks like he was trying to slap on his way on.
Well, Alexander Carter McCreekin, that sounds like a good name for a first. ACM.
0-1 count. I'm going to tail outside. 1 ball, 1 strike to left-handed Alexander. Of course, ACMs were discussed thoroughly on our station's Facebook wall, facebook.com/WMIX941. You can find our sports team on Facebook, facebook.com/WMIX Sports, as 1-1 loudly becomes 1-2. Banged off the top of the facade here.
Ping. You know, and that's the thing. Morgan gave up the home run the first. He hasn't allowed any other hits besides that. Only 1 hit the entire game so far.
Pitching duel, aside from the one blunder that's really not even a blunder. Just Mom Nature taking advantage of things. That's tap foul. Actually, nope, just missed in the dirt, 1-2. Heard a ping, but that was a...
And the pin.
Pitched on Friday, got a win against the Drugoin Indians. This will be fouled off.
I'm going to guess that's a throw date. Today's Monday. He'll probably throw Thursday. I'm saying this is throwing in between starts after having Saturday, Sunday off. Throw a little bit on Monday, have Tuesday and Wednesday off, and ready to go Thursday.
1-2 the count. Here comes curveball. Tap foul. Staying alive. It's Lane Alexander.
Oh, Travolta, go.
WMIX Sports Mobile Studios are driven by Ford Square, 1501 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Find their inventory or schedule your service appointments online at fordsquare.com. 1-2 the count. Inside jam, and that's going to be a ground ball to be picked up by Millwood. Barely got the throw over to first base. Running fast out of the boxes is lefty Alexander. And 4th will be your first down. Died on the grass, too.
Good hustle by Mr. Alexander. I thought it was. Hustle down the line.
Made it close. This will bring in Colton Carter. He's walked and he's grounded out today. He's 0 for 1. Comes up in the top of the 6th with one out, nobody on. A 1-0 Marion lead as this is pounded in the dirt to Carter, 1-0. So 1 ball, no strikes, low again. 2-0 here to Colton Carter. Corbin McReekin on deck. He's over 2 today. Of course, most of the Marion lineup are 0 for something. And the 2-0 comes, and this one is going to be lifted. The wind not quite as strong. Zach Giants are going to need in right field to make the grab. There's your second out.
Tyler Morgan, you have to get 3 outs in the inning. Go back to the hill.
Scoreboard updates presented by Tony Wilt. Find him online at TonyWilt.com. Look for him in his office, corner of 42nd and South Water Tower. Find him in the White State Farm Jeep around town and get you a better state with State Farm.
Another nice crowd on hand here.
No doubt. For a 1-0 ball game, pitchers duel for the most part. Blooper could be trouble in right center field. It'll drop for a base hit.
That was a Texas League blooper. Dropped out in there over second baseman's head, and right in front of the center fielder and the right fielder. The wind didn't carry that as much. 2-out single. The second hit of the day for Marion.
That'll bring in Chandler Ream, who had the first. There's a home run back in the first inning with 2 outs to make it a 1-0 ball game. But a pitcher's duel ever since. That base hit the lone exception. Here comes. Nice pitch across the inside corner. 0-1 to Chandler Ream. You can find Community First Bank of the Heartland on Facebook. Learn even more about one checking, that free checking with high yield interest. One means more. Community First Bank of the Heartland. Right now, a 1-1 count. That was high and a little tight to Chandler Ream. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs. Runner on first base in the top of the 6th. A 1-0 Wildcat lead. Rams don't lose much in the South 7 as the fastball's blown past Ream 1-2. Lost last year on a Jordan Kelly walk-off in extra innings at Carbondale.
Yeah.
Lost one out off a couple of years before that, but really since about 9-10, don't see much losing in South 7 Conference play. Marion having other ideas on the 1-2 pitch that misses low. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Marty Manfredo may want to get people moving here. He's very intent on giving this sign at third base.
That's just one base runner. This is now their second since the Ream home run.
Not that I read body language or anything.
Count even at 2. Be overthrown. Low. Full count here to Ream.
Now the runner's going to go now 2 outs and a full count. Probably missed the sign the first time, the way Coach Krause was acting at first with him. I must have been right, but I knew the sign, but he didn't. Go figure.
Full count, 2 gone. Here it comes, and this one's going to be lifted high and to right. Giants in the half of the battle as much win this time. Will make the grab, and Marion will strand a runner here in the 6th. 1-0 Wildcats through 5.5. This is Rams baseball from WMIX Sports.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. By now you have heard about our new One Checking product. The new One Account is a high-interest earning, free checking account designed for everyone. Unlike other banks that pay interest on higher balance, this account pays interest on all balances. From high schoolers to Warren Buffett, One will work for you. You can talk to one of us at 244-3000 and learn about the details. One, exclusively at Community First Bank. You will be one happy customer. Member FDIC.
Has bad credit or lack of credit kept you from buying a vehicle? It won't at Automart of Salem. Automart of Salem is your buy here, pay here headquarters. All credit applications are accepted, regardless of your credit history. We take pride in our selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Each vehicle is inspected by our experienced service department before it makes the lot, something that is not done at many other buy here, pay here dealerships. This is Manager Amy Thompson. I encourage you to come see me today. I will not allow your credit history to stop you from getting behind the wheel of a pre-owned quality vehicle. Come see me at Automart, located next to Schmidt Ford in Salem.
Back to Mount Vernon Rams baseball, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland.
Welcome back, WMIX, WMIXSports.com, as we head to the bottom half of the 6th inning. For the Rams, will be at the top of the order with Ryan Campbell, Reed Millwood, and Thomas Weber due up. Rams trailing 1-0. 1 run on 2 hits for the Wildcats with an error. They've stranded 2 base runners today. Rams have no runs, no hits, no errors, but they've stranded 3 base runners. Each time up the tying run approaches the plate.
It's go time. Top of the order in the 6th. Go time if you're the Rams.
Of course, baseball and softball are upon us. Check out Winning Edge for your team's uniforms and fan apparel. Find Winning Edge downtown Mount Vernon, of course, at 212 South 9th. On the web at winningedgeusa.com, one of our Rams boosters.
The last time Rams got no hit.
Never seen it.
Okay.
I haven't, anyway.
Otorisi didn't do it?
What there?
Schleris didn't do it?
Only home game.
Oh.
Schlecht didn't do it, no.
Schleris didn't do it either?
Schlecht was if he pitched that game, they did not pitch well because it was 12-11.
Oh, well,
those 2 teams played in the regular season. And he did
I'm
not pitch
thinking of guys that
Otorisi
had talent.
Who got his first Major League win the other day. Tomahawk swing, ground ball, first base side Goodman, as Ryan Campbell will be out via the 3 unassisted. Here to lead off the 6th, so 1 out, nobody on now for Reed Millwood, but George never no hit. Okay. I can recall.
I'm just going through the obvious choices.
I'm just talking since I've been doing it.
Right, that's why I asked. I wasn't talking about the history of baseball.
No, I didn't get to see the Odorizzi game.
Okay.
Because that first year we did it, we didn't do a away game. And I was at Highland that day. Well, we'll go on May 24th.
Oh, yeah, we're going.
I love it.
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
It is nothing to watch.
Good town. Highland Triad, I enjoy going to those schools. Waterloo, that'd be a good place. Mascoutah, that'd be good places to. Okay.
See where you're going, and I wholeheartedly agree. I was talking about that today, as a matter of fact, with News Director Chad Baker. As we were doing our own little realignment of Central and Southern Illinois Conference.
Gelato.
I just like sitting on top of the dugout.
I think that's a great view. You do not get that everywhere.
No, you don't. I will not take it for granted as the count is 1-1 on Millwood. Base is empty, 1 out. Here in the inning, here comes across the plate, 1 ball, 2 strikes with Weber on deck. Rams have not had a single solitary base hit today.
I haven't smelled a hit.
No, haven't even sniffed one out. Of course, up until the blooper by McGreekin, Marion just had the one from Ream, the home run, to make it a 1-0 game. That's where we stand right now. As 1-2 gets in the dirt outside, 2-2 now to Reed Millwood.
Where you start turning hats upside down and batting gloves on opposite hands, and
you start doing something crazy.
Change some luck here.
2-2 the count, 1 out, nobody on. Reed Millwood, Rito Burrito. Follows us on Twitter, so should you. That'll spiel at WMIX Sports. Ground ball. Slow down the third base side. Millwood hustling to first, but a stronger throw by Reem. And a great grab on the stretch by Zeb Goodman, who might be a little bit higher on the vocal scale after that stretch.
Here's the thing.
4 octaves.
If you took the over in 1-3 putouts today in Vegas, you are going to cash in big time.
4 out of 5.
Let's see. We've had 3 times 5 is 17 outs, and over half have been to the pitcher.
Yeah.
That don't happen very often.
A lot of ground balls today as Weber takes the curveball for a strike. 0-1. 2 outs, nobody on. Rim Lake College can save you thousands on your college education. Log on to rlc.edu to find out how. Of course, your umpires today in the infield. John Downey. Brian White calling the balls and strikes. 0-1 count. Here comes Weber. Curveball inside corner, 0-2.
From Northwest City. West North City, Benton.
Nothing in 2 to count to Weber. 2 outs, nobody on here in the 6th. Rams down 1-0, and that'll be taken just off the plate, 1-2.
Just a bit outside.
We're second chance on one of our Rams boosters. Large selection of pre-owns priced at $10,000 in one location. Find them at Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Continued proud supporters of the Mount Vernon Rams. We thank them. 1-2. 2-2 is low and in the dirt outside.
Now, he got ahead of Weber with 2 curveballs and proceeds to throw away to him. I wonder if he's got him on a strict diet of off-speed pitches right now.
Could very well be.
To see with a 2-2 count with 2 outs what he decides to come through here if he tries to sneak a fastball, and that's what he's going to do.
2-2 coming. Yep. Swung on a miss, and that'll end things here through 6. It's 1-0 Marion. We come back with the 7th. This is Rams Baseball, presented by Community First Bank.
Qualifications and rules apply. See institution for details.
Bill, where are we going? We're trying to find my ATM.
We just passed an ATM.
But that's not my ATM. I lose $4 if it's not my ATM.
Make any ATM your ATM. Introducing free Kasasa Checking with monthly rewards like cash and ATM fees back in your pocket. Visit trykasasa.com. KASASA.
Visit People's National Bank or peoplesnationalbank.com for your Kasasa checking. Member FDIC.
Feed me, Seymour. Ren Lake College's production of the cult classic Little Shop of Horrors is coming Thursday through Sunday, April the 3rd through the 6th, to the Ren Lake College Theater in Ina. This musical is a spoof of the 1960 film about a Skid Row floral assistant who discovers a carnivorous plant. As the meat-eating plant grows, so do the problems. Thursday through Saturday performances are at 7 p.m. and the Sunday matinee is at 2 p.m. Tickets are only $12. Call the Red Lake College box office at 437-5321, extension 1467.
Back to Mount Vernon Rams baseball, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland.
We head to the top of the 7th, presented by Community First Bank, home of one checking. It's free checking and high-yield interest. Just ask for one in any of your 5 Jefferson County branches of Community First Bank of the Heartland. Back to this one we go. It'll be Zeb Goodman, Bryson Whitehead, and Brandon Osborne, barring any changes in Marty Manfredo's lineup, as the Wildcats lead 1-0 on a Ream home run all the way back in the first. We give a lot of credit to Ream. It's been most of the defense that hasn't allowed a hit today.
No.
Got his first strikeout a moment ago to end the sixth for the Rams. So time called by Goodman. Morgan has, we talk about this, put a lot of focus on Reed, but Tyler Morgan's pitched well, too.
We're about 10 minutes away from the shadow of the facade taking over home plate. That'll make it a little tougher for hitters to hit here as Goodman takes a curveball for a strike. So 0-1 the count, leading things off here in the top of the seventh. That one might have gotten away a little bit. 1 ball, 1 strike high, and a curveball that missed. It'll be Pike, Morgan, Hayes in the last chance seventh for the Rams. As the 1-1 pitch cometh, and that one's going to be a soft hit grounder. Campbell fires over to the first base bag, and 6-3 will be your first down. Sawed off Pro V spinning around out there, and Campbell got it and threw it over the first.
Tony Wilt brings you your scoreboard updates. Find him online at TonyWilt.com. Look for him in his office or try to find the White State Farm people around town. Get to better stay in the King City with Tony Wilt, your State Farm agent. As Morgan gets set out of the windup for Whitehead, this one's going to be line foul. Look out. Ooh, that hit something. That wasn't pretty.
Yeah, that didn't sound good. Tony.
It's 0-1 the count. Bases empty, 1 gone here in the seventh. Rams trailing 1-0. They're going to miss up. 1 ball, 1 strike.
That was a thud over there. That's a dent. An aerodynamic package would be affected on that on the way home, wherever they're going.
1-1 coming. Inside, almost jammed. Up the middle, Campbell behind the bag at second, fires with the first, able to hang on to Pike. And that'll be another Marion base runner here at the top of the seventh.
Let's see what they give there.
There's a little lax over there.
I would say error. E6. That's what I would say. Still no word. That's a hit. Oh, my.
Okay.
Boo. I don't think you beat it out. Oh, well.
It is what it is.
It is what it is, and we'll play on.
1-0 ball game, runner on first, 1 out to the Wildcats. We'll throw behind said runner. That was a good grab by Pike.
When Weber came up, the helmet he wears, the hockey mask style, kind of got away from him. He was trying to look and throw, and that was why that throw was a little off, not his usual norm.
Whitehead on first, Osborne at the plate, in a 1-0 Marion ball game here in the top of the seventh, and this one is going to be pounded. Back to the pitcher, the second for 1, Campbell over to first, and a 1-6-3 double play will get the Rams out of the inning. We head to the last chance seventh with 4-5 and 6-2 up. This is Rams baseball, powered by Community First Bank.
I'm meteorologist Steve Travis with a look at your next rad weather. It'll be mostly cloudy today with a couple of showers and thunderstorm. Our high up to 58. Clearing and chilly tonight, low from 34 to 38 degrees. It'll be mostly sunny tomorrow. Overall looking like a pretty nice day with a high of 62. But even better on Thursdays, it'll be much warmer, partly sunny and rather windy with our high up to 74. Next rad weather from WMIX, Mount Vernon, Illinois.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Now is a great time to move your account to Community First Bank. With our new One account offering the highest interest rate in the market, free checking, and CD specials delivered by people you know and trust, why would you not bank with the market leader in Jefferson County? We offer 5 locations with 7 ATMs and have been serving the Jefferson County market since 1906. Stop in and see why our bank is the fastest growing bank in Jefferson County. Community First Bank. Welcome back to personal banking. Member FDIC.
This is Mount Vernon Rams baseball, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland.
Well, last chance seventh for the Mount Vernon Rams, trailing the Marion Wildcats 1-0 in the South 7 opener. It'll be up to Jake Pike, Tyler Morgan, Derek Hayes, not only to try to tie and get a win, but to try to break up the Chandler Ream no-hitter. No hit through 6 of the Rams. Looking to change that here in the 7th. Community First Bank of the Heartland is the official voice of Rams and Lady Rams athletics. Mount Vernon, Dix, Woodlawn, and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking, where you can always bank on the hometown team with one checking. It's free checking and high-yield interest. I'm Chris Hugo, Danny Czerwinski alongside Quentin Lloyd back in our Mount Vernon studio as Pike digs in against Chandler Ream. Looking for a no-no today here on the road at Brennan Klein Field. Will this break it up right here? No, McGreekin has to make a strong throw to first. It's safe. It's Pike. And there's the Ram first base hit of the day.
Yep. Jake Pike reaches on an infield single.
Always goes like that.
Breaks up the no-no.
So Ream had something spectacular working and had some magic ever since the top of the first when he hit that home run. Been the lone offense outside of a few Marion base hits. So it'll be up to Tyler Morgan here. 1 on and nobody out. A chance to help out his own cause because lest we forget how effective he's been. Just that one wind-driven home run back in the first. That's really been the only thing we've seen. Morgan shows bunt. Going to drop it down first base side. It's a beauty. Pike will go to second. First base the throw. And it'll be 1-3 again on the sacrifice.
1 out. Marion will trade that. And he'll go to the bottom of the order.
See what Derek Hayes can do. The WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by King City Chrysler, home of the Express Lane fast oil changes and more. An appointment. Wait. No, it's service without an appointment. Even better. No waiting. Just stop on in. They'll be ready for you. 1603 Broadway in Mount Vernon.
A little more yappy-sappy going on in that third base dugout.
It's amazing the type of momentum that breaking up a no-no can sometimes do.
First baseman for Marion got the war paint going on.
Yeah, he does. Alexander, the right fielder, had some too.
Yeah.
Ready to go.
Just noticed that in the glare.
See what Alexander, see what Derek Hayes can do here. Takes it low and away. It'll be 1-0.
Was clutching on that ball a little bit, squeezing the air out of it. Guided it away from home plate, outside.
A runner in scoring position means an RBI chance for Derek Hayes. Pike got the first hit of the game for the Rams here in the last chance 7th. 1 out now and a 1-0 count with a risk opportunity.
You hear a little more chirping from the third base dugout. A little more nervous no sound from the first base dugout of Marion.
1-0 is the count. A runner on second base. Ream out of the stretch. And this is going to be tapped. Grounder to third, or first, the pitcher rather. Ream on 1-3 fires to first. And this is the last chance for the Rams with a runner on third.
3, 4. Reed Millwood counted back 3 times to the pitcher. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 1-3 putouts today.
Unbelievable. Of course, video streaming returns in late May for the commencement exercises at J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium. It's presented by Red Lake College. Log on to rlc.edu and see how you can save thousands in your college education. 2 outs. Last chance for the Rams. Blake Jones takes the pitch low and away for 1-0, and the Rams have the tying run on third base.
A lot of options here. A lot of options.
Beauty First Bank along for the ride all season long. Welcome back to First LeBanking. You're just joining us. It's 1-0 Marion. Tying run on third. 2 outs, bottom 7. 1-0 pitch is going to catch the outside corner to Blake Jones somehow, 1-1.
Oh, the oohs and ahs of the paying customers. Half happy, half sad. Well, not paid, but, well, you know, the customers.
Are the Rams on the precipice of a tie? 1-1's the count, 2 gone. Jones trying to get time, not granted. Here comes, outside, 2-1.
Interesting. Called it plenty of time, just didn't get the time.
Don't know how, you can't see with that bright orange glove. Flashing, razzle-dazzle.
Like staring at the sun on that breakfast commercial.
No doubt. 2 balls and a strike. Tying run on third. 2 outs here in the bottom half of the 7th. Last chance for the Rams. Ream set out of the stretch. Here comes. Swung and a miss. That is a pass. It's 2-2.
That was nasty.
So the
Looked
Rams
like a palm ball kind of pitch.
are down to their final strike. Trying to avoid their first conference loss to open the year. And many moons. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on third. He's the tying run. Here comes. And this is going to be a ground ball. You guessed it. Back to the pitcher. Ream will walk it over and go 1 unassisted to break the streak. And there you go. So 1 unassisted.
That dirty dog.
This one, and it's a 1-0 final. We'll come back to your Spitzer Blade postgame show. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. By now you have heard about our new One Checking product. The new One Account is a high-interest earning, free checking account designed for everyone. Unlike other banks that pay interest on higher balance, this account pays interest on all balances. From high schoolers to Warren Buffett, One will work for you. You can talk to one of us at 244-3000 and learn about the details. One, exclusively at Community First Bank. You will be one happy customer. Member FDIC.
Whether it's Mother Nature's inability to decide on a season, a weekend that got a little out of hand, or just life, there's always something looking to damage your vehicle. This is Chase Landers from Landers Collision Centers. Maybe winter weather turned your full-size sedan into a compact, or a little hail has your truck looking like Swiss cheese. Perhaps a deer decided to go for a ride on your hood, or maybe your truck is missing its hitch and bumper after pulling your little brother out of the ditch last weekend. Did a bad breakup leave a little graffiti on your SUV? We hope not, but we've seen it all, and we certainly don't judge. Whatever mess life has created for your vehicle, we'll clean it up. As a direct repair facility for many insurance companies, we take care of just about everything, even getting you into a temporary vehicle while we restore yours. That's the Landers difference. Top to bottom, big or small, Landers fixes them all. Come see us in Mount Vernon and Salem and ask us about free detailing for the life of your vehicle. Or call 1-888-LANDERS. That's 1-888-LANDERS.
How can we keep the people we love safe and secure in their own home? Let the Medicine Shop's home medical equipment team help you with all your mobility and specialty product needs. They provide mobility products like motorized scooters, wheelchairs, and home stair lifts. The Medicine Shop's expertly trained staff can also provide car and van lift installations, and they offer a full service repair facility for medical equipment, whether you purchased it from them or somewhere else. Here's pharmacist and pharmacy owner Eric Black.
We service a 60-mile radius area, so a pretty wide area. We service orders from several area hospitals, and we have the staff in place that really sets us apart. We have 3 respiratory therapists and 2 seating specialists to help with seating on wheelchair and power chair needs. And we just feel that we have the staff and the warehousing and the facilities in place to really set us apart from any of our competitors in the area.
The Medicine Shop Pharmacy, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon.
This is your local State Farm agent, Tony Wilt. I want to thank Mount Vernon and the surrounding area for continuing to support us over the past 5 years. If you have never sat down with someone to go over your insurance program, let me invite you into our office. Let us show you what working with the industry leader, represented by a local agent, can do for you. I'm located just off 42nd Street. You can reach our office 24 hours a day at 242-1421 or on the web at tonywilt.com. Thanks again, and go Rams.
This is Mount Vernon Rams baseball from WMIX Sports. The Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show starts now.
And to welcome you back, Brennan Klein Memorial Field. We have a final 1-0 as the Marion Wildcats beat the Mount Vernon Rams. Schmidt Chevrolet, 3423 Broadway in Mount Vernon, online at schmidtchevrolet.com. We can view all of their inventory. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside Quentin Lloyd is back at our Mount Vernon studio, and you just got to have to tip your cap. An impressive performance by both pitchers today. And Marion wins his pitching duel, 1-0.
1 home run in the first inning, first inning, holds up. 1 run. And Marion has got to be a little bit happier getting on that bus as they head south to Marion with this win, 1-0. Boy, impressive win today for them.
No doubt about that. Of course, here on your Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show, we always give you your scoring and stats, which we have.
Marion had 1 run, 3 hits, 1 error, 2 left on base. Mount Vernon, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 3 left on base. Chandler Reen goes the distance, giving up the 1 hit. That was in the 7th. Tyler Morgan, the tough luck loser in the loss, and the game took 1 hour and 23 minutes. Marion wins on the road in Mount Vernon, 1-0.
I think the craziest statistic about it is, 12 1-3 putouts and then 13 groundouts to the pitcher. I mean, that's just an incredible stat in itself. And Chandler Reen had it going from the top of the first on when he hit that home run. Rams dropped to 5-6-1. They're 0-1 in the South 7 Conference. Marion improves to 5-2. Rams are back at it tomorrow against West Frankfort right now on the road. We owe you a player of the game. We'll do that in just a moment here on your Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show. We need to take a break. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
You need a great quality new-to-you vehicle. There's a reason why Second Chance Auto has been helping put families into affordable, dependable vehicles for over 34 years. Honest, fair deals. Ain't nothing fancy, just great vehicles with warranties and bank rate financing for all. That's the only way Second Chance Auto will do business. They're receiving new vehicles every day. So be sure to stop by and find out how you can save thousands on the total cost of your vehicle. Helping people get at a great, dependable vehicle for over 34 years. Second Chance Auto, Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Call 244-4582.
It's time for every golfer's favorite holiday. Super Demo Day returns to the Rinley College Golf Outlet Saturday, April 5th from 10 till 4. Free range balls, free fittings, and free expert advice from industry professionals. 12 of the hottest brands will be showcased, including TaylorMade, Callaway, and Ping. Hit some balls with a new 2014 driver, like the new Callaway Big Bertha, or get fitted for the new Ping I-25 irons. Real golfers can't miss this event. It's Super Demo Day, Saturday, April 5th at the Rinley College Golf Outlet, just off the interstates in Mount Vernon.
WMIX Sports is your home for the Mount Vernon Rams, powered by Community First Bank.
Welcome back, WMIX, WMIXSports.com, your Schmitz Relay post-game show. And we owe you a Ram player of the game. And offensively, the Rams weren't able to do much, but I think, you look at today what the Rams were able to do, and Tyler Morgan, it's going to go unnoticed because he was the loser, but Tyler Morgan pitched very, very effectively, and I think earns player of the game honors. Only allowed 3 hits. It just so happened that one of them was a tough luck home run in which the gust of the gods put the Wildcats on top. Not that it wasn't well hit by Chandler Ream, but all in all, that's really the only damaging offense given up. And unfortunate loser, but did throw 5 strikeouts and pitched very well today, I thought.
Can't fault him. He did everything he could. Just gave up that one little home run. As that's the way it goes in the game of baseball sometimes. And the Rams were able to get a runner on in the 7th, just weren't able to get anything done. And tough to lose like that. The Rams dropped below 500 again at 5-6-1 overall.
We're back at it tomorrow against the Frankfurt Redbirds. You can listen right here on WMIX, 4:30 your first pitch, 4:15 your pregame. Thursday, the Rams welcome Carpdale in the South 7th Conference matchup, and then Friday at the Belleville East. We have every pitch of Rams baseball for you here. WMIX, WMIXSports.com, presented by Community First Bank of the Heartland. This has been your Schmitz Relay postgame show. For Danny Czerwinski, for Quentin Lloyd, for all of our WMIX Sports team, I'm Chris Hugo. Remind you of the final score. The Marion Wildcats won, the Mount Vernon Rams nothing. Good night from the King City.
Thank you for listening to Mount Vernon Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports. Mount Vernon Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports is sponsored by the official voice of Rams Athletics, Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Rams Baseball is also sponsored in part by the Medicine Shop of Mount Vernon, Ford Square and King City Chrysler. You can count on us. Red Lake College. Save thousands on your college education. Log on to rlc.edu. State Farm Insurance Agent Tony Wilt. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Second Chance Auto on Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Good Samaritan Regional Health Center. Raising a Hospital. Raising the Bar. Winning Edge. Schmidt Ford of Salem, and also by the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois, Landers Collision Centers of Mount Vernon and Salem, Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon, All Stars and Stitches, Central Christian Church, and People's National Bank. Stay in the game on Twitter. Follow us at WMIX Sports or log on to WMIXSports.com. Now back to America's best music on the legendary WMIX.